Hi there, welcome to Two Birds and welcome to Practice. I'm Fiona. Today we're taking 45 minutes to practice feeling more grounded, and in practice today we move through a steady warm-up, some grounding standing postures, twists and balances that will help you feel more engaged, more present and focused. A slightly more warming and stronger flow, and for practice you may wish to have a yoga block and a folded blanket. If you are enjoying the classes on a regular basis and you'd like to support me, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy this practice. Namaste. And begin your practice in extended child's pose at the back of your mat. Place your knees wide, big toes to touch, and softly rest between your thighs. Take a few moments here to gather your awareness, narrow your focus inwards, closing out distractions and just nestling into the cave you've created with the shape of your body, becoming present to your own inner experience. Gently dimming your gaze if you haven't already, and just for now, completely committing your eyes to rest from the world of looking and seeing and taking in. Decompress all the muscles around your eyes. Feel your temples soften and let your internal vision become more sensitive and expansive. Notice the points of contact between your body and the surface beneath you. And sense now the expansion of your breath across your back, the release and softness of your exhales. Together now, take a long, slow, deep breath in and gently let that go. Breathing in and breathing out. With each breath, allow yourself to feel more settled, more focused, more present with what's right in front of you. And gliding up onto all fours, bring your hands under your shoulders, spread and anchor your knuckles, your fingers, step your knees under your hips. On your inhale now, raise and extend your right leg back, lift your chest, gaze up. On your exhale, curl your right knee in toward your nose, dome your spine. Twice more, extend from your toes to your chin, look up, and curl in. Breathing in and breathing out. On your inhale, extend your right leg straight back and steer now your right toes over to the floor to your left. Turn your gaze out over your left shoulder and then lean, bow and breathe into the right side of your body. And if a little rhythm and movement feel good here, you can rock a little forward and back or side to side. Coming back to center, return your right knee to the floor and over to your left now. Inhale, left leg up and back. Feel for a mild arch in your spine. And then curl your knee to your nose. Twice more. And as your left leg extends back, Flex your foot and take your left toes to the floor, over to your right, gazing back toward your toes. Take a steady breath in and a full breath out. Return to all fours. Step your hands forward, your feet back, come to plank pose. Pausing here, just resisting gravity through the press of your hands to elevate your upper spine a little above your shoulder blades. Firming your abdominal core, your thighs. Keeping both hands grounded here, separate your feet just a little wider and spin your heels over to your right. And on an exhale, lower your hips toward the floor. Inhale, lift your hips and return to plank. And then heels to your left now. Lower your hips. Lift your hips and return to plank. Once more each side. Activating your rotational core muscles. You're warming your shoulders. Return to plank on your inhale, then lower your knees and just slowly, softly come to your belly. Setting up for a striking cobra, tense your fingers off the side edges of your mat, a little forward of your shoulders, elbows up. And wave into your back bend with your next breath in. And softly lower as you breathe out. Twice more. Keep the legs active so you've got a little air underneath your knees. Tops of your feet press down as your chest lifts. As you lower now, press back onto all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. And just gently biking your heels, move and sway, exploring any movements here, small or large, that feel good in your body. And then begin to intentionally anchor your hands into the mat. So pushing the floor away, reaching your hips away from your wrists. And then root down evenly through your heels any amount. And establish your down dog as your home base. So you're anchoring into its qualities, feeling its familiarity, the stability and balance of your body in this shape. A steady, even rhythm to your breath. And walk your hands back to your feet at the back of your mat now. And fold here for a few breaths. Hold opposite elbows. Feel for your torso resting on your thighs. Gently rock your weight forward and back. And feel the soles of your feet into the earth, spreading your toes. And finding center, your even footing. And then release your hands to the ground. Bend your knees deeply so your hips are at the height of your knees. And then float your arms back alongside your hips. So keeping the hips low, lifting the shoulder heads up. And then if your lower back feels okay, reach your arms forwards. Torso parallel with the floor. Sink a little deeper into your seat. And then on your inhale, reach your arms up into chair pose, Utkatasana, elevate your chest. And on your exhale, sink a little lower. Pulse with your breath, inhale, rise slightly. Exhale, lower. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, lower and stay in your chair pose. Full inhale. And then interlace your hands behind your back. Take a gentle fold over your legs. Release your hands to the floor, transition into Malasana Yogi squat. Widen your feet, turn your toes out and take the hips down any amount there. Finding your own version of the shape that accommodates your knees and your ankles. Once you arrive, lift your chest. And can you feel the lengthening of your tailbone toward the earth? And let that feeling of length travel up your spine through your middle back, the back of your neck. Inhale deeply and exhale long. One more, breathing in and breathing out. Lift your hips now, take your hands to the floor and walk back out to your downward facing dog. Just here for a beat, send the gaze forward, bend your knees and travel lightly to the top of your mat. Spacing your feet hips width apart, take a halfway lift and a soft fold of your legs. Rise to stand, unravel, sweep your arms overhead, join your palms and lower your prayer hands to your heart. Next inhale, chair pose. Sitting low, linger for a few breaths. Finding your tremble point, no more, no less. And then full breath in. Stay, full breath out. Lower your arms forward to shoulder height. Make fists with your hands. And just as if you are drawing a bow, bend your right elbow back in space. Right fist toward your cheek. On your inhale, come to single leg mountain. Balance on your right foot. Raise your left knee to your chest. Arms reach overhead. First balance might be a bit wobbly. Just allow that to happen. But pay attention to your right foot. Root down evenly. Big toe, little toe, center of your heel. Lift your knee just a little higher. Squeeze your right buttocks. Take a full breath. On your exhale, take a slow step back to arrowhead. Left toes to the back of your mat and arms alongside your body. Squeeze your pinky fingers toward one another and press the backs of your hands just a little higher. Full breath in here and a slow breath out. Lower your left knee to the floor, come to low lunge. Reach your arms overhead. Steady your lower body, then go slightly up and back. On your exhale, half Hanuman, half splits, rock your weight back and straighten your right leg any amount. On your inhale, return to your lunge, arms sweep overhead, and then back out of your lunge just a little to a 90-90 shape. Tailbone down, your front ribs in, and then take an open twist to your right. Left arm forward, your right arm back. Come back through center on your inhale. Right hand to your left wrist. Side bend over to your right. Full breath in, lengthen the whole left side of your body. And then lean into the space you've created. Through center on your inhale, prayer your hands. Take prayer twist to your right. Left elbow to your outer right knee. So use that connection of your elbow and knee to lengthen your spine. Use your prayer to revolve your heart. Breathing in and breathing out. Unravel your arms, lower your fingertips to the floor, come to runner's lunge, tuck your left toes, raise your left knee. And then take supported warrior 3, hands to the floor in front of you or to a block. Raise your left leg. Send your heart forward on your inhale And then step up and forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, refold over your leg. Inhale, find chair pose. Hips go back and down. Sit low. And just pausing here, a few breaths, building some heat in the glutes and the thighs. Take a deep breath in and then lower your arms to shoulder height. Make fists. Left elbow pulls back, draw your bow. Inhale, single mountain, bring your right knee to chest now, arms overhead. Pressing down into your left foot, rise a little taller. On an exhale, arrowhead, slowly feed your right leg back, arms alongside your body. Lengthening from your right heel to the crown of your head. Breathing in. Exhale, low lunge, right knee taps down. Sweep your arms overhead. Ground your lower body, go slightly up and back. And on an exhale, half splits, work towards straightening your left leg. Inhale, roll back to your low lunge, and then come to that 90-90 shape. T-twist to your left, send your right arm forward, your left arm back. Back through center on your inhale, left hand to your right wrist. Slow side bend over to your left. Full breath in, lengthen the whole right side of your body. Stay as you exhale. Come through center, inhale, prayer your hands. Then take reverse prayer twist to your left, right elbow to your outer left knee. You're taking any micro adjustments here. I'm just a guide, backing off if you need to. Lean in when it's appropriate. Breathing in and breathing out. Unravel your arms, lower your fingertips to the floor, come to runner's lunge, tuck your right toes, raise your right knee. Walk your hands forward and supported warrior three. Hands to the floor or block, raise your back leg. Heart forward on your inhale. Step up and forward fold, exhale. Inhale, lift your chest forward and forward fold. Another round. We'll add on, return to chair on your inhale. This time arms at shoulder height, make fists. Right elbow pulls back as you breathe out. Left knee to chest, rise up and balance. Slow step back, arrowhead, left leg back, left toes to the mat. Lower your back knee, breathing in, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Breathing out, half Hanuman, folding in. Reach back up, low lunge. T-twist to your right, right arm back, left arm forward. Return to your lunge, reach a little taller, find your length. Hold your left wrist, side bend over to your right. Inhale, center, prayer your hands. Prayer twist to your right. Take a few breaths. You're welcome to explore your balance here in your twist. You can tuck your back toes, raise your left knee, or keep your left knee grounded. Breathing in and breathing out. Another cycle of breathe. We'll add on. Look down toward the floor, a little bit forward. Come to thunderbolt pose. Reach your arms forward now. Point your thumbs up. Raise your left knee if it wasn't already, so it's engaged. Take another breath. And then exhale, hands to the ground, runner's lunge. Simple twist to your right, left hand to the floor, right hand to the sky. Push the floor away with your bottom hand and slide your left shoulder blade in and down your back to stabilize. Moving into Vashisthasana, side plank on your left. Turn onto the blade edge of your left foot, and you can step your right foot halfway down the mat for a bit more support, or stack your feet if you have your balance. Pausing here, raise and engage your left side waist. Then just notice where your head is in space. Let's try and bring the back of your skull, your tailbone and heels all in one line. Deep breath in. And hands to the floor, press back to downward facing dog. You can stay and follow your breath here. We'll meet you back or flow through a vinyasa if you'd like to keep moving. High to low, push up. Back bend of your choice. Loop the shoulders back. Move slow, press back, downward facing dog. Slow and calm the rhythm of your breath. Eyes forward on your inhale. Bend your knees, step or float to the top of your mat. Open on your inhale. Fold with your exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana, inhale. Arms just at shoulder height, make fist, left elbow back, draw your bow. Inhale, single mountain. Lift your right knee to your chest, arms to the sky. Flow into arrowhead, arms sweep back, step your right toes to the back of your mat. Lower your right knee, raise your arms, low lunge. Breathing out, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Inhale, return to your lunge. And take a T twist to your left arm back, right arm forward. Flow through center, find your right wrist. Side bend over to your left. Inhale, center, prayer your hands. Exhale, prayer twist to your left. Take a few breaths. Steady your feet. Lengthen your spine. Option to tuck your right toes. Raise your right knee. Steady breathe. Looking down and forward, come to thunderbolt pose. Reach your arms forward. Point your thumbs up. Another breath in. And then hands to the ground, runner's lunge. Simple twist to your left, right hand stays low, left hand to the sky. And moving into Vashisthasana, side plank on your right. So left foot can step halfway down the mat or stack your feet wherever you feel most steady. Bottom ribs lift. Find your steady breathe. Pressing back to downward facing dog. Resting here or shift forward, high push up, no rush. Chaturanga. Back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog, home base, make contact with your breath. Settle your gaze, steady. On your inhale, raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. On your exhale, step between your hands and find your runner's lunge. Find a long, stable stride, right foot in the right lane, left foot in the left lane. On an exhale now, pyramid variation, lift your hips, work towards straightening your right leg. An option here to raise your right toes, flexing your foot. Move between the two, inhale, runner's lunge, chest up. Exhale, long pyramid. Once more, runner's lunge and pyramid. Right foot can be flexed or grounded. Hold here, deep breath in, lengthen your spine forward. And then bow in over your front leg. Rebend your right knee, rise to a high lunge. Take your time. Your left knee can bend. And with your left knee bent, your pelvis level, your spine can rise tall. Another breath in. And then take a T-twist to your right, left arm forward, right arm back, and send the back of your hands further back in space. Spread your palms, your fingers. Inhale, reverse your lunge, right hand to the back of your left thigh, left hand high. And then flow into Warrior Two on your exhale. Windmill your arms open wide. Steady and ground your heels. Find center through your spine. Proud across your chest. Gazing down your right middle finger. Just notice if you've space to lunge a little deeper without losing that connection to your even breath. Inhale, take the head out of your legs, reverse triangle, straighten your legs, reach up and back. And then exhale, side angle variation. You're going to bend your right knee and bring your right elbow inside your right knee. And then bend your elbow to 90 degrees with your palm face up. With your left arm, bend your elbow, take your hand to the back of your head. Then press your head back, elbow back, chest lifts, deep breath in. Think cat pose. Exhale, tap your left elbow to your right palm. Inhale, open and lean back. Exhale, scoop and curl in. Inhale, open your chest up and just pause there. Keep that strong foundation through both feet. Reach your left arm up or overhead. And you might like to slide your right fingertips down inside your right foot to the floor or a block. One more breath in. Eyes down. Walk a quarter turn to your left. Face the long edge of your mat for wide-legged fold. Two straight legs, a halfway lift. Inhale. Fold with your exhale and just savor the release through your legs. Lengthen your chest forward. Turn and face the front of your space, runner's lunge. Take a breath on your fingertips. Then take a simple twist to your right. Reach your right hand to the sky. Just stay with me here. You're going to remain in your twist. Balance on your left hand and bend and curl your left knee in toward your left elbow. And then step your left foot to the floor, way over to your right, off your mat in X pose. Right knee's bent, left leg straight. Once you're steady, lean back into your twist. Same time, explore drawing your right hip crease back, lengthening into your outer right hip. Return your right hand to the floor now, gaze down and move into a seated twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So toe heel your right foot a little to the left, slide your left knee next to the pinky toe side of your right foot. Take a seat. If it feels too twisted up in your body, just option to extend your left leg out straight. Settle your right fingertips behind to the floor. On your inhale, reach your left arm to the sky, find length. Exhale, revolve to your right, hug or hinge your elbow around your right knee. Take a long, slower breath in and gently release it. Every inhale, breathing space between your ribs, creating space to turn and revolve. So 2 options here for a gentler practice. As you're ready, you'll unwind from this twist. Keep the legs, just pause for a breath or two looking forward, and then counter twist to your left. And if you'd like to move into a mini arm balance, Ekapada Kundinyasana 1, raise your hips and plant both hands to the floor to your right. Then wedge your left elbow to your outer right knee, your right elbow to your outer right hip. And then gaze forward. There's nothing on the floor for you there. Lean your weight forward into your hands and use your fingertips as little brakes. Grip the floor and explore picking up your feet from the floor. And of course, if you're comfortable here, option to open the legs out. Your right leg forward, left leg back. I'm going to say that quick because I won't hold this long. Slowly release, wind everything back in. If you've had some air, take a moment to pause, breath to feel. And then we're all going to slowly unravel into single pigeon pose with your right shin forward. So here you have an option to straighten your left leg straight back behind you or find a 90-90 shape with the legs. If it's helpful, you can wedge a folded blanket under your right buttocks to support yourself. And then once you're set, take the next 8 to 10 breaths to fold forward, sleeping pigeon. And walking your hands back in, slowly pressing back to downward facing dog. Final side inhale, left leg up and back, down dog splits. Step between your hands for runner's lunge. And stagger your feet hips width apart here. On your exhale, pyramid variation, lift your hips, straighten your left leg any amount. Option to flex your left toes if you're comfortable on your heel there. And then we flow between the two. Inhale, runner's lunge, curl your heart up. Exhale, long pyramid. Once more, runner's lunge. And then holding in your pyramid, your version. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine forward. And fold over the midline of your left thigh. And go ahead, rebend your left knee, rising to a high lunge. Keep a bend in your right knee. And then feel your left heel and your right toes into the mat, just to hold you steady, grounded. Take another breath in. And then T-twist to your left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, reverse your lunge. Right arm back. And then slowly transition into left side warrior 2 on your exhale. So here, try and challenge your stride. Take a deeper lunge. Coach your left knee toward your left. And on your inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your legs, reach up and back. We come back to our side angle variation. Bring your left elbow inside your left knee, bend your elbow to 90 degrees, palm face up. And then right hand just to the back of your skull there. Point your elbow up, take a smooth breath in, look up. Exhale, round your spine, tap your right elbow to your left palm. Breathing in, open up, keep that back leg straight. Exhale and curl in. Inhale, open your chest and pause. Reach your right arm up or overhead and slide your left fingertips to the floor or a block. Try and find that even weight distribution through both feet so you're not too top heavy here. Breathable space in your body, chest open. Rest coming up, deep breath in. Release. Turn to your right for Prasarita Padottanasana. 2 straight legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Forward fold between your wide legs. Inner arches gently move away from one another. Completely relax your head and your neck. Breathing in, flat back, gaze forward. And then turn to your left, come to runner's lunge. Take a simple twist to your left, reach your left hand to the sky. And remaining in your twist, balance on your right hand now, bend and curl your right knee in toward your right elbow. And then step to X pose, guide your right foot to the floor, off your mat, over to the left. Left knee bends. Stay in your twist, perhaps exploring just a little bit more depth there as you draw your left hip back in space. Out a hip stretch. One more breath in. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Coming into your seated twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana, toe heel your left foot over to your right. Then slide your right knee next to the pinky toe side of your left foot. Take a seat. Right leg could be out straight and long here. Just a simple seated twist. Settle your left fingertips to the floor behind you. Inhale, right hand to the sky. And then revolve to your left. Slow breath in around your ribs, chest, upper back. And a slow breath out. Revolve a little deeper if you have the space. 2 more steady breaths. So option here 1 to release, pause in the middle, counter twist to your right. Or practice an arm balance here, lifting your hips, both hands to the floor to your left. So your right elbow now to your outer left knee, your left elbow to your outer left hip. That just gives you a little bit more support. So deliberately looking forward, not down, lean your weight forward into your hands. Play with lifting your feet, possibly extending your legs out straight. Just keep looking forward, don't look down. Then slowly release as you're ready. Just take a moment to pause in your seat. And then transitioning into single pigeon with your left leg forward Just take an unrushed approach here, finding a shape that supports your hips and your knees, 90-90, or right toes pointing straight back behind you. Settling in. Next 8 to 10 breaths. And gently easing your way back up. This time sit down on your left buttock, sweep your right leg forward, and then grab any additional layers for warmth now as we approach our cool down. If you have a block or a folded blanket, take it with you as you recline down onto your back. We'll set up for a supported bridge pose. I'm going to hold here for about a minute. If you have a prop to slide under your buttocks, placing it there now. So the back of your pelvis, not on your low back. Knees are bent, feet to the floor, hips width apart. And then lifting your hips. So the block could be on its flat side or on its narrow, more taller setting. And wherever you're at, shuffle your shoulder blades in toward one another so there's a sense of your upper back moving in toward your chest, your heart toward your chin, opening the space of your chest. Settle into your steady breath. And last few breaths, option 2, raise your legs toward the ceiling with a soft bend in your knees. You really can feel the weight of your pelvis, the weight of your lower body, sinking softly into the support below you. And if you have your legs in the air, 1 foot at a time, land back to earth and slip your prop out and rest down onto your back. Take a few breaths here. Just encourage your pelvis to find its neutral shape so your knees can knock in. Relax your belly and your pelvis heavy. And let that sinking feeling move down toward your low back and your sacrum. And then point your knees back up toward the ceiling. Take your arms into a loose cactus shape. Transition into a quad stretch on your right. So you're going to hook your right toes behind your left heel and relax your right knee down toward the floor. You might need to play around with the angle of your right knee to find that front hip stretch. Might be in the inner thigh. Might like to move it around to explore different sensations there. Just try and relax down through your lower back, your buttocks. And staying with your breath right till the end of your exhale. And then release, and we'll switch sides, finding that optimal angle to your left knee. Relaxing the left buttocks. Across your chest, out to your elbows, your palms. And then softly release. Bring the soles of your feet together now in reclined butterfly pose, or as an alternative, feet wide to the side edges of your mat, knees knocking in. Wherever you feel most comfortable is a stepping stone towards shavasana. Settling here just for a few breaths. And as you're ready, transitioning into shavasana for quiet rest. Softly now dimming your gaze. Just entering this final phase of your practice with a willingness to be still and present, opening to the nourishment of rest and slowing down. Feeling your breathe find its own natural rhythm. It'll go a little more shallow, more soft. Just tether your awareness there to its gentle rise and easy fall as you relax. And I'll be back to guide you back. If you have longer to rest, please stay right where you are. Otherwise, inhaling a deeper breath, waking your body up. Wriggle your fingers, your toes. And bending your knees, place your feet to the floor. Roll out to your right side. Just pause here. Feel the afterglow of your practice. Carrying your practice with you as a gift to yourself and to everyone and all that you connect with through the rest of your day. Slowly ease your way back up to sit. Thanks so much for joining me. Namaste. And if you enjoyed this practice, give it the thumbs up, leave a comment below, and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Your feedback and support is so appreciated.